This is not a riot. It's another business day at the Bombay Stock Exchange. The Tokyo Exchange has just closed and Frankfurt is about to open. Then it's London, Wall Street, and back to Tokyo. These days, business operates around the clock. None of these men know it, but on this day, there's a bomb ticking away in the basement of this building. In 45 minutes, it will explode, and some of them will die. There's a bomb ticking away under the whole world, too. It counts off the 2 million extra human beings each week and the $10 billion of added consumption every month. But we're luckier than these men. We still have a little time to defuse our bomb. People talk about globalization. This is what it looks like in an Indian village. In a village like Ashgabat, of course, some bits of the global economy may arrive on top of an elephant. This is just like the medicine shows that used to tour North American villages a century ago. Hindustan Lever is the largest foreign-owned company in India, and every day it stages shows like this all over the country to sell soap.
The total market for the products which my company makes in this country is close to 3 million tons per annum. Now, to give you an idea of the scale of operations, let me give you one or two examples. Now, here is a tablet of a very popular bathing soap in India. This is called Lifebuoy. This is also made in some other parts of the world. But this is the most popular brand of toilet soap in India. It is the largest soap made in India. The volume is around 135,000 tons per annum. Next stage is going to be 150,000 tons. We are talking of a population of 900 million people. Now, this is almost 3.5 times the size of the population of a large country like the United States of America.
नमस्कार रिन सुपर पावर रिन के कमाल दाखवण्यात येणार आहे हे बघा मुलांनो हिंदुस्तान लीवर लिमिटेड कंपनी की सुपर पावर रिन आपल्या कपड्याला चकाचक चमकवण्यासाठी सुपर पावर रिन लॉंग लाईफ प्रिंटेड भाव आहे फक्त ₹4.5 हे पहा किंमत फक्त ₹4.5 आणि सोबत 2 काळी के पेटा बक्षीस घ्या
Men don't do the washing in Ashgabat, but they do make the big decisions, like which soap to buy. The star at today's demonstration is Raju, the son of Punjivan the potter. This is an expensive operation. 4 salesmen, a rented elephant, a hired band. Hindustan Lever has 2,000 teams like this washing their way through Indian villages every day. And their routes are planned by a very large computer program. Why? Is Raju's shirt really that dirty?
What is happening is what has happened in Europe or in North America. That for most product categories, the increase in usage is in a way linked to the increase in population. You can't get a growth of 10% in toothpaste in North America. In fact, I think it might go down with people losing their teeth faster than they used to. But in India, to expand, to get more volumes, you have to go into a market that's totally untapped. Rural India has about 600 million people. That's a lot of people. Now, even if 5% of them use it, that would be at the size of the population of Canada or bigger than the population of Canada. There is gold in them hills, as they used to say. You got to look for it.
When Punjivan was a boy learning pottery from his father, Ashigad was a 3-day trip from Bombay. Now it's only a 4-hour drive. And Punjivan's son Raju has figured out that there won't be much demand for cheap handmade pottery here 20 years from now. Raju drives an auto rickshaw for a living. Punjivan's youngest brother Amrit has also broken away from the traditions of his caste. And he's never regretted it. He has a couple of sewing machines and 2 employees, and he makes at least twice as much as Punjivan.
मेन धंधा बिजनेस मटके का है, लेकिन अभी मटके में इतना इंटरेस्ट नहीं रखती। अभी ज़्यादा करके टेलर होते हैं, कोई नौकरी करते हैं, कोई क्या करते हैं, लेकिन मटके में कम आदमी ये करते हैं, क्योंकि मेहनत भी बहुत 3-4 बजे उठना पड़ता है। 4 बजे उठेगा तो सब काम होता है।
Punjivan is 18 years older than his brother, and when he was a young man, caste was destiny in a village like Ashigad. But he'd probably change jobs too if he were younger. The brothers live side by side on the same piece of rented land, but their lives are a century apart. Punjivan's house has 2 light bulbs. Amrit's house has a radio and a blender and a fan and a television.
और एक के बाद में ये लाया, बाद में ये बोलते हैं 1 साल हुआ टीवी लेके आए हैं। उसका बोलने का कि सब घर पे, दूसरे के घर पे टीवी देखना, उधर जाना भी अच्छा नहीं, मतलब वो लोग का भी टाइम पास होता है। तो मैं बोला चलो ना, सोचेंगे तो वो लोग को घर के बच्चे भी देखेगा तो वो लोग को भी जरा ये तो होएगा ना कि क्या चल रहा है बाहर,
क्या कौन देश में क्या बिकता है, कौन देश में कैसे रहता है, परिचय सब मिलता है, वो लोग का खाना पीना कैसा है, पहरवेश कैसा है, सब अपने को देखने को मिलता है।
थोड़ा नॉलेज होता है उससे, क्योंकि फर्क तो बहुत गिरता है। और वो लोग को भी क्योंकि पहला बच्चे ऐसे खेलते हो, कोई कपड़ा नहीं, उसमें देखने से भी बच्चे लोग को भी बहुत परिणाम के बच्चे देख कितना काम कर रहे हैं।
Life takes on new meanings when you put it on television. Even the tea you drink becomes a lifestyle choice.
Television has existed in India, I think, since the 1960s, but only in the city of Delhi and a very small number of sets. Then came the Asian Games, I think it was in '84. The government decided that you would be allowed to import sets if you had relatives. And there isn't an Indian who doesn't have a relative abroad. And those few can always manufacture a relative. Indians are very good at manufacturing everything except goods. They're very good at manufacturing relatives. So you got him to send you a set. And there were times when aircraft, I'm not joking, could not land at Bombay airport because the tarmac was full of television sets. Sony was sold out in Dubai and in Hong Kong. You couldn't get them. That is the start of the television age. Televisions are really becoming perhaps the most important status and lifestyle need that the consumer today has in the country.
Should the new Oneida be banned just to stop the fresh wave of envy? Should it be banned just because it's so advanced? You decide. Oneida, neighbor's envy, owner's pride.
Bombay is India's New York. 13 million people already, and it's growing by 2,000 more every day. People will try anything that seems to improve their lives. They'll even leave their villages and everything they know behind and move to the city. These water pipes are a lifeline for the millions of people in Bombay who already have a decent place to live. They also serve some of the millions who don't. This squatter settlement is here because the people can tap plenty of fresh water out of the pipes. You'll find similar scenes all over the Third World. In Cairo, in Mexico City, in Jakarta. People flock to the cities in the hope of entering consumer heaven. Many of them will in the end, or at least their children will. But first they have to spend their time in hell.